This business is like the Wild West. Gold, silver, rare coins, lost treasures of history. You never know what's gonna walk through that door. Oh,
There's a Civil War sword.
I got robbed at gunpoint.
Watch this.
I'm Evan Kale, and this is Pawn Man. Guys, we got a great episode in store. Before we get into it, once again, our episode sponsor, Bong Water Beverage Company, always sitting trustfully right behind me, just in case I'm in a terrible mood. I want to turn around and make those bad feelings get higher. Bong Water Beverage Companies in Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, parts of Texas, parts of Wisconsin. Must be 21 years of age or older to consume in Minnesota, my great state. Available anywhere you get a THC product. This is a THC drink that hits you in about 10 minutes. If you guys have seen my Whatnot auctions, obviously I'm wearing their shirt every auction and they're sponsoring all the auctions. And y'all have seen some product demonstrations happen. We're gonna be doing a very special 420 show on Saturday, 420, 2024. Check it out. It's a very special Whatnot auction. I am gonna get f***ing lit. Visit bongwaterbeveragecompany.com. There's a link in the video description to check out if they're not in your state yet, if they're coming, where you can find it in the states that I mentioned. Again, Bong Water Beverage Company. And with that, let's have some fun. Yeah!
Bunch of silver,
Okay.
bunch of gold.
All right.
So when Mom died back in August, time to get rid of
Yeah, gotcha. This is all sterling here.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm gonna just throw this bag on a scale and weigh it.
Okay,
So you got 350 in this bag.
okay.
And this stuff. Do you know what the carat is in this stuff?
No, I don't. That's a big honking piece. Is this the fake pile?
No, this is all real.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the only thing I thought that's fake is this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get quite a lot of money here.
Oh, crap, okay.
9,000.
Holy balls.
Yep.
Really?
So if somebody's got a higher offer, come back and I'll try to beat it. I doubt it.
Is that with everything? Is that including the silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good offer too. I wasn't gonna make that much money on that. I think I'll see him again, but I hate when people do that. All right, back to work.
He's a creepy old man in a windowless van who wants to babysit the con artist can.
He voted for Patty Wetterling. Told ya I was still gonna do it. Good afternoon to you, sir. Kind sir.
Wait, another good haircut.
Oh yeah, looking spiffy, you think so? Oh, look at me, $1,000,000.
The girls go call a while over you do it.
Oh, the girls, the boys, the kids. What have we today?
A bunch of junk.
Well, these are on spot. Oh, but this is junk.
Christmas ornaments that are kind of modern.
I actually need new Christmas ornaments for my Christmas tree, or I should say my holiday tree, my Jew tree.
What color do you want to do?
Well, I think this will be more than funny. Let's take a gander here on the internet and see what we can pay the good man, the good sir.
You do.
I had a stroke. Stuck like this. Terrible.
Yeah, but don't scare me. Are those worth any amount of money? Those balls? Are they worth anything at all?
We'll find out. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, $20.
Take a look at the jewelry on.
This is crap. This is crap. Not to be rude to you, but this is crap. You're peddling me crap, sir. I wasn't born yesterday. This is crap with a capital C.
You want it?
I'll buy it. I'll take it off your hands. $20 for everything is probably what I want to be at here. Otherwise, you can keep this. I'll buy the ornaments for 15.
You give me 20 in the ornaments? Do give me 20. And I'll keep the you give me 20.
All right, fine. I'll do 20 just because this is beautiful.
Bless you. Oh,
Would you grab me a $20 bill, please? Actually, grab me four fives.
5. Oh, hey, Evan. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
All right, so here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5, and here is your token of admission coming by. Chuck E. Cheese token. Here we go.
For where?
That's I'm gonna give you one of those every time you come by. So you a little something to remember me. It's a great place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evan, I got a Christmas tree. Do you want it?
I definitely don't want a Christmas tree. I have one in the basement. Do you have a human skull?
Skull?
The human skull. No? Okay, just shot in the dark. I'd be interested in that.
Dude, how do I use this coupon here?
Well, therein lies the crux. Can you go to one of those?
Sure.
It's just a little keepsake. Enjoy it.
Bye, Evan. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good day, sir. May I treat you with kindness, fairness, and integrity like I did. I'm gonna go to hell when I die. I'm gonna go to hell when I die. It's nice to see a smile on your face.
That's, I had the same thought. I was about to say that.
This is so bad. Okay, so when I gave him that Chuck E. Cheese token, he made a f***ing face that kind of scared me. I'm not gonna put him on camera, but okay. As far as these go, there's a couple ornaments in here that might be pretty good. I am gonna keep these though. I'm gonna put these in my Christmas tree. I've been looking for like nice ornaments for cheap. We will see these at the end of the year for the holiday episode. Assuming I make it that long. Rested or die of AIDS or gonorrhea or chlamydia or all the other f***ing diseases that happen to me. So we got a silver eagle. Just one?
No, 4 of them.
Okay. $28 each.
Okay, and then I do have this.
So it's got kind of a funky color to it. By my experience, this means it's plated.
Okay.
But I do see some, looks like it's a mix of it's plated and it's real.
Okay.
Kind of weird. 2 things I can do. Option A is I can give you somebody's info who has an X-ray gun. They're in St. Paul. Option B, if you want to know right now, I can file into it. But I might go yay deep into one of the links.
Okay, do you have an, estimate of what it might be?
If.
Yeah.
If it's real. Full gold value is roughly $2,400.
Okay.
Roughly.
Okay.
If it's real. Let me give you the guy's info.
Okay, that sounds
Why don't we
good.
save damaging that? Because it is a family heirloom.
Yeah. All right.
Other stuff I could probably
do.
do.
Okay, I'll hold on to these for now. This stuff, I don't know. This was my grandma's. Is that even real gold? I don't know. Is it?
I don't think this is real gold.
Okay.
This is not either.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your help.
Well, if you want the silver, 112.
Okay, for all 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
That works. Cool. Let me give you my business card too. So.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
The Eagles, I paid her a little under spot because I saw an opportunity to. I'm gonna sell those on Whatnot, and when I get sentimental stuff in here like that, I want to damage it if I can help it. So it just never makes a good interaction, especially if the person doesn't want to sell it. And she said she was kind of just shopping it around, so I wasn't about to go filing into that when I can send her to somebody with an X-ray gun. But okay. Okay. Looks like we got 3 ounces of gold here. Well, don't be mad that you sold too early, because who can predict these things aside from me?
It's all good.
How much you trying to get per ounce?
As much as I can. I'm thinking, 4,000.
For all that? I'm gonna say I'm not gonna rip you off. That's ripping you off.
No, per ounce. Yeah.
That would be way above the market price.
Well, you did ask.
Okay, I have $23.70 as a gold price. How's $23.20 an ounce? That works, okay. These are kind of beat up, so $23.20.
Oh, I thought they were
3.
pretty.
No, they're scratched. That's $69.60 candy. All right, I gotta give you a check. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too. I am 90% sure I've hooked up with that guy once from back in my college sexcapades. I'm 90% sure. Oh, that's funny. Okay, how am I gonna do here? I'll probably get straight spot if I want to sell it. Maybe I'll make 150. We're gonna play a little game called Evan. Practices what he preaches. I think the market's gonna keep going up. I'm gonna bet against myself. See if I'm right. Instead of sending my guy to go ditch these to another dealer, I am gonna wait until tomorrow, because I think tomorrow the market's gonna be up even more. Let's find out. Right now the market, I'm recording this on April 11th, 23.71 as of right now. I think we're gonna break 23.90 tomorrow. So that's my prediction. Yeah, but I think the market's gonna be up. And I was right. Gold market moved up. It was good to hedge it. I'm gonna hedge it into next week too. I'm not gonna sell that stuff yet. I think it's gonna keep going up. So buy some gold, everybody. Buy it from me. I have the best prices. OnManStore.com. Got a few pieces of mail in here. We got a watch show. My good friend Ryan, who helps me with watches and unfortunately didn't respond to me. The Midwest Watch Show, if you're in Minnesota, Saturday through Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend. They didn't plan that so good. Check it out. It's gonna be at the Comfort Inn. I was there last year. I actually filmed last year. I filmed this whole thing and I lost the footage. But the Midwest Watch Show, check it out. Let's see what else is here. I had a little tiff with a lawyer that was with me. I reported him. So, okay, here's a piece of advice to you guys. If a lawyer's ever doing something to you that seems like, and I'm not gonna get into specifics about what this guy did. This guy definitely crossed the line. He did some really shady and I reported him. If a lawyer ever does that to you, tries to shake you down, do something that seems unethical, report them to your state bar. They launch an investigation. It's a very serious matter. Anything else? What's in here? It's Anthrax. Oh, I bought these on Whatnot. 5 red seals from 63. I'm gonna resell those on Whatnot tonight. Oh, I bought all this from Lady Liberty. Got a new delivery of Lady Liberty bullion weapons. Und mein Gott, the German P38. Oh! Nothing good is going to happen when I sell this and I'm drunk. Nothing good. Molotov cocktail, silenced Uzi. Perhaps the purchase of an Uzi would help to alleviate the situation. Lady Liberty bullion is basically done privately selling. It's just too much work for him because he has a really successful tattoo business. So if you want to get his stuff, come to me. All right, back to it. Once again, you guys, I want to thank our episode sponsor, Bong Water Beverage Company. Visit bongwaterbeveragecompany.com. There's a link in the video description. Check it out. It's a THC product. Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, parts of Texas, parts of Wisconsin. It's what they're telling me to say. So some of you in Texas said we can't find it. Well, maybe look harder. But with that, you guys, we are talking about a subject that I have been wanting to cover for a long time. It's what I'm wearing. We're talking about Bape, a Bathing Ape fashion. It went from being the coolest thing in fashion to, well, we're gonna talk all about what happened. So, this came out, or I discovered this when I was in high school. I remember in 2006, 2007, I was a senior. Well, it started in 2005. All the cool kids started wearing, guess who wasn't one? Wearing this stuff, and like, I thought it was cool and catchy, and like, either you really like these, or you think these are the ugliest things. And I really like these, but it's also because I really like hip hop, and this brand married itself with hip hop, with Japanese culture. It's a fascinating story. So let's talk all about this company, a Bathing Ape, Bape, and some other fashion blunders, because this is technically a collectible, and these can get very expensive. They're still expensive to this day. So Bathing Ape, commonly known as its acronym Bape, is a Japanese streetwear brand that was started in 1993. It had a journey from a small Harajuku store to an international success that was all over pop culture within a span of about 10-15 years. It expanded very fast, and that's ultimately what hurt it too. Now, the company was started by Tomoaki Nagao. Now, Tomoaki Nagao was cool, really cool. He had a background in music. He was into the music scene in Japan. Like, it was a burgeoning rap scene, but you know, in the 90s in America, you have like hip hop really ringing forward and forming into what it is today. And he had his finger to the pulse on style, on cool. He knew what was cool. He knew how to be cool. He seems like a cool guy. So he started going by Nigo. It means number 2. He apprenticed under a man named Hiroshi Fujiwara, who is a legend. And so calling himself number 2, that name Nigo, he's calling himself the second coming of his mentor, which is super cool. Where did he get this design? Well, the ape head itself, this comes from Planet of the Apes, obviously a very cool movie. He understood that the it factor meant exclusivity. So he envisioned this company to be this very niche, very sought after it factor company that was so cool. It was Japanese streetwear with a hip hop kind of mindset, but very limited edition, very hard to find, very expensive. Bape shops were famous for not, you didn't even know that there was a Bape shop. It's a storefront that they rent with no advertising, blacked out windows. You don't know what's inside. You walk in, oh wow. But that will come later. So a bathing ape, it's kind of a Japanese saying. It's an ape bathing in lukewarm water. It symbolizes the overindulgence of the Japanese culture, the younger culture. They're growing up now, but they liked fancy things. They were very much like, very materialistic like Americans were in the same way. You have the 80s boom and bust in the Japanese economy. You have a lot of money flowing in and out, and people fall in love with this concept of money, of getting rich, this Western idea of individualism, of stunning. That sounds so f***ing white. So one aspect that he had with designing this company was camouflage. I personally really like camouflage. I think it's cool. It's really hard to pull off and not look trashy, but that's why I like this Bape, is they consistently pull off all kinds of camouflage colors that look so cool. I used to have a pink camouflage one in high school. God, it was so gay. But he had this thing that was innovative, this shark hoodie. It's like a shark on either side, but you could zip it. My big beak of a Junos barely fits in this thing. You can zip it all the way up like this. Now, what's the functionality of this? I guess you could sleep in. It's not very comfortable. Again, my nose is impressed. I bought this one, you guys, when I was in the hospital in November on so many painkillers because I wanted to cover the subject. This is a 2XL. This barely fits me. Japanese people are tiny. I have to get something bigger. So actually, this, if you guys are interested in this one that I'm wearing, it actually is for sale. It's new with the tags. So anyway, this was cool though. Nobody had ever done this before. I remember kids in high school were doing this with teachers. They did you the question, you talk like Kenny. But it was a form of style that was cool. It was very expensive. It was very sought after. It was very retro and ahead of its time, and the marketing on this was genius. This guy knew what he was doing. Now, early on in the brand, an individual named Jun Takahashi comes on and joins, and he really catapults the direction of Bape, and the two of them work together to build this international brand. He was a renowned fashion designer, famous for his exclusivity, very much like Nigo, and Underground was the name of his label. So the two of them opened a store called Nowhere. It was in Harajuku, Tokyo. This was the cool zone where all the new fashion trends were coming out. It's kind of very much like Milan, shall we say, of Japan. So the store here, it sold items from Undercover, and it sold items from Bape. And from there, people start to notice. They start to notice this interesting style. They start to notice the price, the fact that they're selling out, that they're hard to find. They perfectly market this to make it demandable. Now, Bape wanted to expand more, and Undercover wanted to maintain its niche. And this is kind of where the two of them, they didn't clash, but they had different ideas for the company. Nigo wanted to take this and make it what it would become, and not so much with Takahashi. But what you have here is high fashion streetwear, blurring the lines with punk aesthetics. You have this camo, like quasi-military design. It was a style unlike anyone had really seen. Now, in the early 2000s, this is where this brand really starts to take off, because they start doing all these different marketing deals with these major companies. They work with Coca-Cola. They eventually got a deal with Star Wars. There's Dragon Ball Z one. They start working also with hip-hop culture, with famous rappers like Kanye West. I mean, you have now commercializing and westernizing it and exporting it all over the world, and this brand starts to get noticed. You see these rappers in videos wearing these. You hear lyrics talking about, especially in my pastel and my Bape, you know, Kanye's in it. God, I wish he wasn't a Nazi. He used to be so good. You also have Bape launching a sneaker line, the Bapester sneakers. And this was meant to compete with Nike, even though they were kind of with Nike. They're like, well, now we're gonna make our own stuff. And these shoes, everything you guys from Bape, is so expensive. This thing I'm wearing right here, this is $300. Again, I was on so many painkillers when I bought it. You also have this constant, you know, is it in, is it out? We have to keep updating the fashion. They'll do a line, they'll do a very limited number, it sells out, they're done with it, they scrap it, they do something completely new. Their stores, every season, they would completely redecorate the store. I mean, they're putting a lot of thought into the marketing of this, into showcasing just how niche and cool and trendy, and constantly cutting up the bar and making it higher and higher, making it more demandable with these marketing schemes. However, if you're saying, well, boy, Evan, it sounds so good, what went wrong? The overexpansion actually is partly what killed them. The other thing that killed them are counterfeits, fakes. And, yeah, I couldn't afford them in college. I had the Bape sneakers, the Bapesters. They were $40 for the fakes versus $400 for the real. The fakes lasted about a month and a half. They would completely fall apart. They were so uncomfortable. They look cool, and that was all I cared about. Oh my God, they're so uncomfortable. But in the late 2000s, you have all these rappers that are wearing this. Everybody wants it. The Bape store is so busy. They're selling out like crazy. But you have all these counterfeiters that are figuring out how to make knockoff Bapes, and they're flooding the market with them, and suddenly everybody's got one. Doesn't matter that because the counterfeits were good enough, it didn't matter that they weren't real. Most of the kids in my high school, even though I went to a rich high school, most of the kids in my high school didn't have real ones. 2 of mine were real and 3 of mine were fake in high school, and that was when my parents could afford them. Everybody had the fakes, and because you have so many fakes in a market that is supposed to be niche and hard to get, it destroys the market. And this is what I want to talk about with this, because this happens with Rolex, this happens with all kinds of luxurious brands. We see this all the time. Counterfeiting can be a motherfucker on stuff like this where it's supposed to be exclusive. Once you have one person figure out how to accurately counterfeit it where it's good enough, where 95% of people can't tell, it's gonna sell. Doesn't matter it's illegal, doesn't matter that it's poor quality. People just want to look cool. That's a trend, is you want to fit in with the trend, and if you don't have the means to fit in with the trend, you're gonna adjust your budget to whatever the you can to get close, and that's what happened here. At one point on eBay, like most of the listings of Bape stuff were fake. And they were all guaranteeing it was real because the fakes were so good it was hard to tell, and even if you could tell, sure. How can you tell while we're on the subject? Look at the material, feel the material, look at the tag, look at the quality, look at the stitching. Is the stitching lining up, or are there inconsistencies? Does the ape, see right here, the ape flows into the other? Does the ape suddenly cut off and a new one starts? That's a fake. With the shoes, it's even harder to tell, even though the shoes, the quality, you feel it. You're like, oh yeah, this is fake. You put it on. Oh yeah, this is a crap. But at a glance, it looks real. And so that's what killed it. That, and the overexpansion, the money mismanagement. I remember, I don't know if this is true, but I just gotta include it. They bought a Bugatti, $1 million Bugatti with company funds. Like, that is mismanaging your money. It doesn't matter what your company's doing. Don't buy a Bugatti unless you work at Bugatti. And you have the 2008 financial collapse. Who the can afford this? They had a t-shirt that was white. It was like the Kanye West white t-shirt it was like a $200 t-shirt. Their stuff was so expensive, it became alienating to the masses and almost insulting. And these three factors perceptually killed Bape. Now, Bape was not killed. You can still go to Bape and get their stuff. They still exist. But culturally, people look at this, they see, 2007 was a fun year. It's the year I graduated high school. I look at this, I see, oh yeah, class of 07, baby. That's why I'm wearing this, honestly, mainly for nostalgia. I think I look ridiculous in this, even though I think it looks cool. But it suddenly became very jarring. Post-2008 to have clothes this expensive, this whole lighting money on fire thing, it wasn't sexy. Now, Hong Kong fashion conglomerate IT ended up buying the company, and Nigo left the company. In 2014, he sold a huge part of his personal collection, went for a lot of money. Now, critics are arguing that the new leadership, although it's managing the company better and it's like the company still exists and it's profitable, still making stuff, but it's lost its cool factor. It's sold out. It's known for commercialism. It's trying to reignite. Everybody wants it and everybody has it. This was a fad. This is almost, I almost feel like I'm wearing a big Beanie Baby with this thing, because this fad will probably not come back. And if it does, it's got to be, the company's got to be bought out and there needs to be a new approach to it. But yeah, I mean, just it goes to show you what happens when you overexpand and you're dealing with so many different factors in a market, such a susceptible market. Collectibles, we talk about this all the time, so susceptible. And that's why I wanted to cover the story and the subject. It is a really good example of how volatile collectibles can be, what can happen to them, how things can go disastrously wrong when they're going so right. Just like that, something will screw it up that you didn't see coming. And while we're on the subject of counterfeits and blunders, let's just talk about some other fashion stuff that I pulled up. Some fashion blunders. You guys might remember Gucci had a blackface sweater in 2019. Most of these items I'm talking about, I hate to say it, they actually probably are collectible because it was such a blunder. This is what you want with collectibles, is a blunder like this. Would you wear this? No. Kanye West had a White Lives Matter t-shirt. We all remember that. Zara in 2014. This one I don't remember. Jesus Christ, they had a Holocaust t-shirt. It was like inspired by the Holocaust. Oh my God. Urban Outfitters in 2014, also in 2014, had a Kent State sweatshirt. Who designs this shit? What's wrong with people? H&M had the coolest monkey in the jungle. Oh boy, you guys aren't fashion and you're this tone deaf. I think you all need new jobs. This is just a fascinating story of collectibles and how susceptible they can be to market changes and to counterfeits. It's a really good story to keep in mind when you're buying a collectible, when you're looking at one. When you see the latest trend, ask yourself, is this trend gonna last? Am I overpaying for something? Is it easy to counterfeit? Is there any chance that counterfeits are gonna ruin this thing? All right, guys, well, just like that, it's the end of the video, end of the episode. If you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Thank you again to our sponsors at BongWaterBeverageCompany.com. Visit Bong Water Beverage Company's website. Find out if they're coming to your state if they're not there yet. Again, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, parts of Texas, parts of Wisconsin. Check it out. If you guys like the video, again, I will be auctioning off topics. You can pick the topic if you buy it on my Whatnot auction. I do have the right to veto. You get 3 tries. If not, I'm gonna just say, well, E for effort. I'll donate some of it to charity and pick the subject myself. But check out my Whatnot auctions. If you don't have the app, download it with my code. You get a free $15 just by using my code. It comes automatically off your first purchase. Get my books. Visit pawnmanstore.com. Sign up with the Pawnman Bullion Club. Metal prices, you guys, are gonna continue to rise, I think, this year. It's not too late. Don't miss out. Get precious metal and get it from me. I have the best prices. We've calibrated our website to beat everyone else's prices. So check it out, pawnmanstore.com. I'll see you guys back here for another great episode. Later, guys.